See, this is a time of gladness. Also, day by day, from the first day unto the last day, he read in the book of the law of the Most High. And they kept the feast 7 days. See? They kept the feast 7 days. Not no one day. 7 days. And on the 8th day was a solemn assembly according unto the manner, as the Most High has told us how we're supposed to operate. Psalms 42 and 4. Psalms 42 and 4. When I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me. For I had gone with the multitude. I went with them to the house of the Most High with the voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that kept holy days. See? All of them. Psalms 122 and 4. This is our custom. Psalms 122 and 4. Whither the tribes go up, the tribes of the Most High, unto the testimony of Israel, to give thanks unto the name of the Most High. There are set thrones of judgment, thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love thee. Peace be within thy walls, and prosperity within thy palaces. For my brethren and companions' sakes, I will now say, peace be within thee. Because of the house of the Most High, our power, I will seek thy good. Ezekiel 36 and 38. Blessings to our people. Peace unto our people. Yasharallah. Ezekiel 36 and 38. Just a moment. Ezekiel 36 and 38. As the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feast, so shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am the Most High. See? Most High gonna fill the cities with men. We gonna know that He is the Most High. Look at Luke, the 2nd chapter, and verse 41. Concerning the Mashiach h.o.i and his parents. It says, now his parents went to Jerusalem, this is Luke 2 and 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And this shows when the Mashiach h.o.i was born. And when he was 12 years old, that's when he turned 12 years old. When, meaning at that time, he turned 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast, see, which is the Passover. So that's when he was born. I know December 25th. He was born in the time of the Passover. And it's between March and April. The springtime. And everything begins to blossom and come alive. And we see that he was observing it. St. John 4 and verse 45. St. John 4 and 45. Let's read verse 44 so you know it's talking about Mashiach h.o.i. Let's read verse 43. Slakia. Now after 2 days he departed thence and went into Galilee. For Mashiach h.o.i. himself testified that a prophet have no honor in his own country. How true is that? He testified that a prophet have no honor in his own country. They took him to a cliff. His own people took him to a cliff, wanted to throw him over a cliff. And they told him, say, we will not have this man to reign over us. In Luke 19, let's look at it. So he's saying this is his own citizens, own people. Look at what they said and what he said, so you can understand who we're talking about. A lot of y'all don't know him like this, but look what he said, Luke 19:14. But his citizens, his own people, Israelites, hated him. And he said, they don't hate you, they hate me. And his citizens hated him. They didn't love him like everybody loving Jesus, as y'all claim. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. Because see, you looking at, people don't know him. You got your own mindset. You're going to call on his name, but he say, you don't know him. Your mind is far from him. This is what he told him in verse 27. Luke 19:27. Overstand this. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them. Who is this? Verse 14, his own citizens. But his citizens hated him. Hear that? And sent a message saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. Right? So those same citizens that said they would not have a Mashiach h.o.i. reign over them, he said this in verse 27. They ain't reading this up in the church, I bet you. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring them in front of me, and slay them before me, and kill them before me. Bet you they ain't reading that. They don't know him. They don't know him like that. They don't teach him like that. But you can hear the whole unadulterated truth here, straight up, just the way it's got to come to you. Or I'd be a hypocrite, like the scribes and Pharisees. Say your righteousness got to exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees and scribes to enter into the kingdom of heaven. But ask somebody, but ask the Most High, according to as it is written, straight up. It's serious. But I don't think people look at it as when the book is closed, all of a sudden now, everybody the same. Everybody ain't the same. You're going to find that out. We all out on the same mission. We all don't have the same understanding. But I know I want to get whatever it is that I can get from you. If it's something that can benefit the nation. And dispel all wickedness and evil that's up in you. That's what the Most High and Mashiach h.o.i. did. And the prophets. And the apostles. It's coming back that mercy and grace going to be lifted up, Israel. Then what? If you ain't knowing by then, it's too late. John 4. Verse 43. Now after 2 days he departed thence and went into Galilee. For Mashiach h.o.i. himself testified that a prophet have no honor in his own country. Hear that? He had no honor in Bethlehem, Judea. Then when he was, and that's, I mean, he did more miracles than we put in all the books of the world. Could contain all the miracles and wonders that he did. Then when he was come into Galilee, the Galileans received him, having seen all the things that he did at Jerusalem at the feast. Having seen all the things that he did at Jerusalem at the feast. But they also went unto the feast. See? It was our custom. Look at verse 7. No, I don't want to deal with that. Go to John 12 and 20. And there were certain Greeks among them that came up to worship at the feast. Same came therefore to Philip, which was of Bethsaida of Galilee, and desired him, saying, Sir, we will see Mashiach h.o.i. Philip cometh and telleth Andrew, and again Andrew and Philip tell of Mashiach h.o.i. Mashiach h.o.i. answered them, saying, The hour is come, the Son of Man should be glorified. Verily, verily, I say unto you, truly, truly, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit, because he's going to put the seed into the ground. He that loveth his life shall lose it. And he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. The world that he's talking about is a wicked, evil world, as it is today. If any man serve me, let him follow me. And where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor. Now is my soul troubled. And what say I? And what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. But for this cause came I unto this hour. Father, glorify thy name. Then came there a voice from heaven saying, I have both glorified it and will glorify it again. People therefore that stood by and heard it said that it thundered. That's the Most High's voice. Like thunder. You hear thunder, that's the Most High's voice. Others said, and the angel spake to him. See? It was an angel. But his angel was bringing what? The message of the Most High. They knew this. Like I've explained it to you in this lesson. Mashiach h.o.i. answered and said, This voice came not because of me, but for your sakes. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. And I, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. You hear that, brothers? Not to you, not to me. It says, if I be lifted up from the earth, and he was lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. This he said, signifying what death he should die. The people answered him, We have heard out of the law that Mashiach abideth forever. And how sayest thou, the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is this Son of Man? Then Mashiach said unto them, Yet a little while is the light with you. Walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you. For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth. So he is that light in showing us how to follow the rules and regulations of the Most High, his laws, statutes, and commandments. Because he came into a world of darkness. You see that when you go through the lessons that I brought concerning the Pharisees, the scribes, the elders, the chief priests, and the Sadducees. He called them vipers. He called them serpents. He called them the enemies. You just heard him say the enemies. The devil and Satan. The children of the devil, the children of Satan. having the people in darkness, as it is today. It's no different than the people in these religions that say, okay, well, handle the Bible, say, talk to me. They can't talk to you about nothing. That's sad. Yet still they believe in the Most High. They say they believe in Christ, but they don't really know what the word said and don't care to know. That's what's really sad. He said, while you have light, believe in the light. Believe in him, that ye may be the children of light. These things spake h.o.d.c and departed, and did hide himself from them. But though he had done so many miracles before them, yet they believed not on him. See, so this is our people. That's why the Most High blinded our eyes. That 2/3 of our people not going to see. They're not going to come back and say, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You have a great time in doing this. Nope. You think they care? Nope. They don't care. So we have an opportunity, brothers and sisters. Let's go to the kingdom. So in with the kingdom. Isaiah, the 66th chapter. See what Isaiah left us with. You know, h.o.d.c went through the books of Isaiah a lot. Let's look at what it says. This is what I leave people with when they say we're not under the law. You know, we have to follow the laws. It's sad. One of the Indian scriptures. But Isaiah 66 and 22. Isaiah 66 and 22. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me. It's the kingdom. We'll have a new heaven and a new earth. Said the Most High, so shall your seed and your name remain. So shall our seed, our children, and our name gonna remain. The Most High will. If we endure unto the end. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon, that's the first day of the month, and this in the kingdom, one new moon to another, from month to month to month, and from one Sabbath to another, which is the Sabbath of the feast also, the regular Sabbath that we have every 7 days, and the feast days, which are Sabbaths, the new moons, he mentioned. And from one Sabbath to another shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Most High. That's why we're rehearsing the righteous acts, tell us in Judges 5:11 down. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses. That's the dead bodies of the men that have transgressed against me. You don't want to keep the laws of the Most High? During the holy convocations, and the Sabbaths, and the feast days, they shall go forth and look upon, in the new moons, they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, have sinned against the Most High's laws, such commandments, for their worms shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be a whoring unto all flesh. We have a good time, but we're going to see these dead carcasses of men that have transgressed against the Most High, where their worms not going to die, and the fire's never quenched. We're going to hate to see this, but we're going to have to deal with it. So that's why it behooves you to change. Become that new creature. Be born again. So that you don't be one of these men that's going to be burning up here. And it's going to be women and children too. He's letting you know the men, because that's, he called men. So everybody else follow the line under the men that transgress the laws of the Most High. So this is a great day of rejoicing. We just got to trust in the Most High. He's the only way that we're going to make it is trust in him at this time. If we don't, then that's what you can look forward to. That's what Isaiah left us with. No matter how you look at it, that's what he left us with. So with that, I say Shalom and have a great feast of Tabernacles. Shalom. I'm out.